Hi Cancers, you're second in line. This is the June 2018 reading. Yeah, I did Gemini's the other day and I just felt like May 2018 is a total wash. So I said, you know what, let's just keep it moving. Let's think about the future, think ahead, and start looking at what kind of energies are coming towards us for the month of June in 2018. Yeah, please subscribe to this channel. Please like this video. Is there anything else I want to say? No. Let's just jump right on in. I'm just going to see what energies come up. I don't know if it's love or general. And obviously, I'm doing this reading for 1 billion Cancers on planet Earth. So it's not going to resonate with everyone. But if you start picking up what I'm putting down, like these storylines are coming through for you, and it feels like, all right, I know this person, I know this experience, I know this storyline, then that means this is for you. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section. Is there anything else? No. So Cancers, June 2018, most of you guys are holding steady, but I think that someone in your life close to you is going through some wild shit. And, oops, I hope you guys didn't see that. I'm just trying to adjust the situation here. And it seems like there's definitely, it's almost, I'm not even doing the reading yet, but what I'm saying is that I feel like a lot of Cancers just came through something traumatic or kind of heavy on your end. And now you're finding yourself having to be strong for someone else who's going through their own particular personal, like personal situation. Sorry, I was just looking out the window. There's a cat in my bird fountain. And I'm such a sap that if this cat doesn't have a home, you know I'm going to leave a bowl of food out there, and that's going to be the end of the story. It's just going to be my cat. Okay, let's come on. Let's focus here. Cancers, I want you to start thinking about where you are right now, where your energies are heading, and let's talk about the current situation. The current situation, there is a bit of confusion. Some of you could be dealing with an air sign, but most of you are dealing with the fact that there is mental confusion. I don't think someone is being honest with you, or you're not being honest in a situation. There's a desire for truth, and it's not there yet. There's no truth right now. I think that some of you guys are also cutting yourselves out of a situation, or cutting a situation, cutting something. There's a miscommunication. There's definitely, but any miscommunication or anything is definitely stemming from the fact that there is just a lack of clarity. And it almost seems as if you're coming out of a bad time, or you can almost feel the goodness, the positive stuff coming through. And it's almost like someone's telling you a half truth and someone is telling you a half lie. It's like they're looking at your face, they're smiling, everything is okay, but you know that something is off. And that's right. I just said that shit. Something is off, and the moon card is right underneath the sun card. So on the surface, it's la-di-da. Everything is all right. And someone is smiling in your face. No, I don't think this person is smiling, actually. I think this person that you're dealing with is not smiling. And they're looking directly at you, and they're saying something, and you know that a truth is there somewhere, and you're not getting it. And right underneath the sun card right here, because the sun illuminates all things. And the situation you're dealing with is, okay, I want the truth. I'm seeking the truth. I desire the truth. The truth is out there. I'm ready to hear it. Give it to me. Give it to me raw. I want the truth. And someone is like, yeah, here's the truth. And you're like, oh my God, why are you still fucking lying to me when I just want the truth? Like, is that so hard? It's like you can't even get satisfaction or closure or what, there's no reconciliation. There's nothing until you get that truth, and somebody is just not giving it to you. Now, you don't have to agree with me. Right now, you could be saying, no, they're telling me the truth. Well, I'm telling you right now, You're not getting the whole story. That's the situation. So you can say, no, 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 we had a long conversation, me and this person, and we had a long discussion, and he told me the truth, or she told me the truth, and I'm telling you right now, you are not getting it. Just know that. So that's your current situation. So the environment, and so this is what the story is going to be, okay? So that's how we know where we're going. So the theme. So if you're like, I'm not dealing with any of that right now, go bye-bye now, because this is not for you then, because this is what this whole thing's going to be about. Now, moving into your environment. In your environment, the person that you were dealing with has probably gotten back on their meds. And I know that sounds really harsh, but sometimes when this is in reverse, it means mental instability, mental imbalance. There's something just off, okay? And so if it's a King of Swords, it's a cerebral energy. It's a thought. It's a mental card. That mental clarity is not there. So they could possibly be superficially back into a place of, okay, I'm lucid, I'm coherent, I'm expressing things to you in a way that makes sense. We can discuss this like adults. Let's have a give and take situation. So the environment is very much where something has leveled the playing field in a way. And so something has brought everything down to a level that you and another person are actually having lucid, clear, balanced conversation that could possibly generate that balance back into a situation. Yeah, and so this person right here, like, the Sun card is next to it, so I'm saying that this person here is actually, they desire to be upfront and honest with you. They want that, and they are working towards that, and they are taking a long time to do so. The person, that's someone it's just taking a long time. It could be an earth energy. There is definite desire for planning for the future or moving ahead in a situation. This could be work, but the person is taking so long. They're taking so long, and you see it. You see them trying, but you're like, damn, I don't know if I have all that energy to wait. It's taking so damn long. So there's a feeling of doubt, and there's a feeling of running out of anything to give anymore. There's a lack of abundance. There's a lack of, you see withered crops. You see an environment where you don't see fruitfulness. You don't see growth. You don't see potential there. I think that you're feeling as if I'm at a loss. Some of you guys might have had a miscarriage. Some of you guys might have a struggle in terms of growing your family. And if it's a business thing, some of you guys might be feeling like, look, I can't see myself growing in this environment. I don't feel creative. I don't feel like I have a lot of ideas to contribute or even gain from this experience right now. And so you're just feeling a complete lack of. But someone you're dealing with is actually feeling like, no, we can make this work. We can make this work. And you're like, I don't know. I don't know if I trust the situation right now. I feel like there's a lie. I know you're trying to be honest and tell the truth. I know you're trying to work on things. I know you're taking your meds or whatever the situation is, but I'm feeling a complete lack. Okay? So what's a hope or a fear? Well, the fear is that someone's not going to be able to make a decision. The fear is that you're going to be like, I can't even, should I stay or should I go? I don't know what I want to do. I can't make a decision. Or someone, yeah, it's going to be someone not being able to make a decision. The other thing too is obviously this is actually making a decision, cutting something completely out. And I don't feel like it's an easy energy with that decision. The Page of Cups in reverse is something that's just like a no-go. I think that someone has a great idea about what they want to do with you, or you have a great idea about what you want to do with a situation. It's a no-go. It's just like a no. If you're asking yourself right now, should I go? Should I stay? It's a no. So it's a hope because you're hopeful that you can try to do the right thing and balance, and something that just naturally falls away. You're hoping that something that just naturally goes away and you don't I saw this really funny meme. It's actually not funny, but it was a meme and someone says, I'm glad that you left me because it's like the trash took itself out. Or I'm glad something, it's like the trash took itself out. That's what this feeling is here. I think you're hoping that a situation goes away on its own so you don't have to actually do anything. And that very well might be the case. I think that the other situation is that this person, whoever you're dealing with, whether it's a work colleague, coworker, or someone you're seeing, this is a situation where this person is actually, I think they realize that you have you're feeling lack of abundance, you're feeling lack of potential and fruitfulness, or you're feeling like, yeah, there is something hidden. I don't know what it is, and if you're not going to tell me the truth, but I can't continue with this feeling, we gotta go part ways. Whatever that situation is, you're feeling like this person is going to possibly show up for you. They're going to be like buying you flowers. Do you want to go to lunch? What are you doing on your lunch break? Texting you, blah, 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 blah. They're going to really show up for you and really put on a little bit of a show for you. And that might be either a hope, that's something that you want, or it's a fear because you're like, dude, I'm already done. I'm done. So please don't waste your money taking me out for sushi because I can't. It's like $60, for a good sushi meal. And I love sushi. So why don't you save that $60 and put that towards, child support payments? Because I'm not here for a date. So I feel like, I think you're hoping that someone takes the trash out, takes themselves out of the situation, or removes, so that you can just sort of get away from a situation without trying to put a big fuss together. All of this is going to be a lot of text messages, a lot of emails, a lot of communication. It's going to be very immature, this communication. It's not going to be, hey, can we sit down and have a discussion? No, it's going to be it's just going to be, well, you said this, you said that. It's just going to be communication. Because a decision has been made. I think that you're allowing this person to hang themselves. You're allowing this person enough rope to hang themselves with. And I think that that's what's happening. And they figured this out, that that's what's happening. And you're like, okay, well, what do you have to say? And it's like, ba 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 ba. And it's like the same story. And you're like, oh my gosh, what do you want to say now? What do you want to say? What? Tell me what you want to say. What? Well, it was cause it's a mess. This communication. Because I'm saying that because it's next to the Two of Swords in reverse, because you already made a decision. I'm saying that because it's on the same line as the King of Swords. This kind of communication is just like erratic. And this is what we know to be true. This is the center line here. We know this to be fact and true. These are the energies that have been going on previous to all this, right? And it's just, you need to trust your instincts. The Moon card is telling me everything. The Moon card is saying, it's like a Sopranos line. It's from that show, The Sopranos, or Goodfellas, one of those gangster movies or shows. And anything before the word but is nothing but bullshit. So if this person is like, I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that, but okay, well then shut the fuck up. Whatever you said before all that, I don't want to hear. What I want to hear is everything after the word but. That's the truth. So everything here is the stuff before but. Okay? Yeah, and so this communication leaves you feeling very, very, very depressed, very blue, very down and out, very confused, full of anxiety, dark night of the soul. You don't feel good about this situation. I think there's a tremendous amount of guilt on your end. That's what I'm experiencing right now. You've just got so much guilt about a situation. And it's preventing you from getting the kind of clarity, and it's preventing you from having this Sun card right side up. Okay? You need to have it this way up, and right now you have it not so good. It's not the worst, but it's not good. And so because of all that, all the stuff that's going on, like you're trying to find balance, somebody's taking too long to get to you, you don't trust the situation because you feel like there are secrets, hidden secrets from you. You're feeling like, I need to make a decision, you make a decision, that's what the best you can hope for. Somebody is like playing games, not even giving you a real offer, but yet they're playing like they're like showing up for you. They're all of a sudden like, wow, flowers, and Do you want to get some frozen yogurt? Like all this crazy shit. And you're like, wait a minute, I'm so confused. And then the communication comes through and you're like, oh my gosh, I feel this way about a certain situation, whatever that is. And they're like, no, because ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba, but. And you're like, oh my God, are we here again? Or, you know, whatever. I don't know if this is a return of someone. I feel like this is an ongoing energy. So there's depression, there's anxiety, there's fear, there's doubt. You are struggling to get out of a situation. You're losing sleep over it. What do you do? What do you do? You know, the Magician card underneath is saying that you yourself are a manifester in this moment. So when you have your alone times and you're meditating or you're praying or you're doing yoga or you're doing these long walks or you're just deep in thought and you're being very, you know, even if you're at a red light at an intersection and you're sitting there and you're like, I'm thinking, you're about to make a left-hand turn and it's going tick tock, and you're waiting and waiting and thinking. This is that moment where you stop everything and you say, all right, look, I'm going to manifest exactly what I need to do. I need to get out of this situation. It doesn't make me happy. Or I need to dig down deep, because the Magician card is the card that has all the skills, everything you could possibly need to move forward, to make a decision. It looks like a decision has already been made. And so now you need to act on it, whatever that is. If it's staying in a situation, if it's trying to better a situation, if it's moving from A to B, whatever that is, and however that comes through for you in terms of just the context, just like wherever you are in your life, whatever your situation is, this is the card that's going to say, look, all right, I can do this. So you pull out that tool, or I can do that. So you pull out that tool, whatever it is. Okay. So it's saying you're not lost. You're not lost. You just need a minute. You need a minute, because it does hurt and you do need to make a decision. And I do think that you feel guilty about that. Now let's move forward. What's coming through for you in your destiny based on the Magician card here? The Magician card is like going to catapult you. This is your saving grace right here, because I know that this communication is bumming you out. It's leaving you depressed and full of sleepless nights. You are the magician in this situation. You can do it. You can do it, whatever it is you're trying to do. So the Magician card is saying, yes, in your destiny, you do have the 10 of coins. For a lot of you, I think this does have to do with money issues at home. I think that there was a marriage. There is a marriage. This is telling me that there's a lot of money to consider. There's a lot of money to consider. And I think that the Magician card is saying that you are going to pull what do they call it? Like a rabbit out of a hat. You're going to, pull a hat trick, whatever it's called. And I think in the last minute, you're going to make the right decision for you, and you're going to walk away from this situation right here feeling like you did the right thing. And you're going to feel like, oh my God, I did it. I did it. Everything's secure. You've secured the bag. There's a feeling of where you weren't feeling secure before. You're going to feel it by the 3rd week of June. Something like this, something like the 10 of coins, the pentacles means a year, so a lot of you guys have been building up to this over a long period of time, not just May, not just April. This is a long buildup, okay? And it's finally coming to a place where you're like, I'm at my wit's end, I've had enough. And so you're going to manifest a situation where you do feel in your destiny, you will have that. Now, if this is someone if you're totally single and you're totally like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like I said, this is probably not for you, this reading. But for most of you guys going through some shit with like a domestic partner or a long-standing work scenario, I think that you will feel that success and that abundance 3rd week of June. Because there's going to be an absolute release of toxic energy. There's going to be a release, getting out of addiction, getting out of, maybe the secrets come through right here. Secrets come through and someone finally confesses. Or you're up thinking, okay, I can't get out of this relationship with someone. Doesn't have to be romantic, but whatever this relationship is, I'm stuck with this person. I'm stuck with this person for life, or because of kids, or I'm stuck with this situation forever. You have manifested success in terms of having a secure financial situation and in home, and finally releasing yourself from addiction, whatever that is. You guys, addiction could be addiction to shopping, spending. Fucking, I don't know how many empty shopping carts, full shopping carts I left on Amazon.com. You know what I mean? Addiction could be drink, drugs, you know, whatever the 7 deadly sins are. Gluttony, overeating, just an addictive, toxic situation. Addictive or addicting? Addiction, whatever. Toxic situation is what you're experiencing or what you have been experiencing, or just like a toxic way of thinking. So maybe it finally clicks. Like you've spent way too many nights losing sleep, tired, exhausted, stressed, anxious, fearful. You finally come to a place where you're like, you know what? I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to manifest my destiny. I'm going to make my life exactly how it's supposed to be. You make that decision and boom, 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 you're able to release yourself from this negative way of thinking. You're able to break up with someone or finally walk away without guilt from someone who has been draining you, who has been leeching off of your energy, who's been a complete emotional vampire. Okay? You have finally gotten to a place where you can say, I've had enough. And you're able to make moves. And that's the important thing. So you get this benefit, 10 of coins, that's success, financial security. You could do it on your fucking own. You don't need someone to help you. You have figured it out. You figured it out. This is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it on my own. I don't need your help. If you are in a committed relationship, you and this partner have both said, look, we're not drinking anymore together as a team. Or we're not doing whatever we do together. We're going to be healthier together. Because it is marriage card. So now it's time to wait. So you have made the moves that you know, you've set everything into place. What does it take? 21 days to form a habit? You've set everything into place to set you up for success. Okay, and that's like the real name of the game. You got to set yourself up for success. You've decided to set yourself up for success. You're moving ahead. You're like, look, no more toxic energy, no more codependency, no more, bad things. I want this security, and now I'm going to sit and wait. I'm going to chill right here because what I want to do is watch. I want to analyze and watch and monitor the positive moves that I've made and see how they come to fruition and see what positive energy I get that I can start receiving. I want to watch and see how I start to receive this positive energy now. Because I know I'm going to receive it. I'm doing the right things. So I'm going to receive it. That's all there is to it. And you sit here and you wait. What's going to happen for you? There's an emptiness of cups for love, which is not always a good sign when it comes to romantic situations. However, in this scenario, what I'm saying to you is the Ace of Cups is you are at an emotional freedom from that toxic situation. So while the Ace of Cups does not mean brand new love, it's not a bad thing. I'm saying in this situation, I think what's kept you in your toxic energy and what's made you believe for so long that things were actually on the up and up when they actually were not, was your emotional not addiction, but your emotional attachment to a certain person, place, or thing. Okay? So it was very hard for you to release. Very hard for you to release because you were in love. You were madly in love with a person, place, or thing. And that thing could have been nostalgia, habit, comfort, because God knows cancers wear their homes on their back. It's the crab, you guys. So you're homebodies. You like to be around home and heart and family and all that. Okay? And when you feel, attacked in any kind of way, you retreat into your shell. You retreat into your home and you stay there. And so what you were doing for so long, I think in this storyline, not for everybody, is you were actually going, look, I know that this situation is bad. I'm addicted. He's addicted. We're addicted. We're all addicted to certain codependencies and certain toxic behaviors. But I'm so damn in love that I'm actually going to just ride it out and be depressed and believe the lies and feel, just without abundance. a lack of abundance. And I'm going to just do that. And I'm going to have dumb communication with people. And I'm just going to be that way. And it's because you were like this. You were so in love. And now you're free. You're free to move on. You can move on within a relationship, but I'm saying you're free to move on from a toxic behavior or codependency because you're saying, I can't do that love anymore. And now you're focusing on something. I think you're working towards something. You're either learning a brand new job skill or brand new way of being in a relationship. If this is a relationship reading for some of you, you are learning. You're learning. You've already got you've mastered all these skills as the magician, but now you're like, I need more skills because I know how to get out of the situation. What I need to learn is how to be in a new situation. So if you're looking for a better way to communicate in a relationship or be within a relationship, you are picking up those skills now through self-help books. You're listening to, I don't know, tapes or whatever. Nobody listens to tapes anymore, but you know what I mean. And so you're feeling like, okay, I want to work on myself. Some of you guys are working in an administrative or university, some kind of higher, it's like an institution. Some of you guys are working there and maybe you're taking classes to better yourself. Maybe you're going to school. Maybe you are a teacher and you're just like, I just want to focus on work right now. So that's what you're doing. You're focusing on self, focusing on work. There is going to be a new spark of energy and a new beginning coming through for you. Now we're looking at the end of June. So because of all this, you're like, okay, look, I want to feel good about myself. So obviously working on yourself, bettering yourself, picking up new skills, all that stuff is going to enhance your self-esteem, but more importantly, enhance your self-respect. Once you enhance all those elements, that self-respect, that self-esteem, whoever you're dealing with is going to start falling back in love with you. You're going to fall back in love with yourself. You're going to have a lot of flirtation. You're going to look good, feel good, smell good, and it's going to be like a wonderful thing. And you're going to have a brand new, flirty, young, youthful, exuberant energy come through. And you're going to feel like, I can do anything. I feel great. And whatever you thought you were wasting your time on that you were hoping is not going to come through. So if you were hoping for this particular individual or this individual to ever give you the time of day that you absolutely deserve, you're not going to get it from them. You're waiting on something to come through for you, and it's not going to happen. So by the end of June, I personally think you should give up the ghost. By the end of June, whoever you're dealing with over here, give up the ghost. I don't see a new love coming in for you, you guys. What I see is a new love coming in for self because you're working on yourself, finally ripping yourself free of a situation. The Hermit also means that you're coming into a place right now where at the end of June, okay, see if this makes sense. When somebody injures themselves and the doctors are like, you need 4 weeks to recover. But by week 2.5, you're like, I'm starting to feel good though. So I'm going to start running again. And then you hurt yourself doubly. Like you hurt yourself even worse. You go back to the doctor. They're like, I told you 4 weeks. Why'd you start, running? And you say, well, 2.5 weeks. I felt good. Yeah, that's fine. You're supposed to feel good at 2.5 weeks. That doesn't mean you're ready. I said 4 weeks. I think at some point here, you're going to hit the 2.5 week mark and you're going to be like, I feel good. I'm ready to date. I'm ready to start having sex. I'm ready to go out. I'm ready to do this. And then you're going to be like, oh man, you're going to injure yourself away, or you're going to be disappointed with something again. And then it's going to require you to not restart like the healing process, but to at least stop and say, okay, let me re-examine. There's something I need to re-examine about myself, my life, my person, and that's what you're going to do. And when you do that, another water sign comes through. When you do that, when you take the time to say, look, I'm going to take the whole 4 weeks, or, obviously this number is arbitrary. I'm going to take the whole amount of time that I should take to recover. By the end of June, someone is going to offer something to you. Something is coming through for you, Cancers. At the end of June, you have to recover. You have to recover, especially because I'm looking at 2 cards next to each other that really give me alarm. And they really, really make me nervous about your emotional state of being at some time between now and the end of June. This is May. We're in the middle of May. So yeah, Cancer, that's what I'm seeing for you. I know I get hyped up in these readings, but I have a little bit of, I have a fire sign. So I get pumped up. My point to you guys is that there is some offer coming through for you. Now, I'm not going to go any further than June, but I think that there is an offer coming through for you at the end of June after you've taken some time and really, really gone in deep to discover exactly who you are right now post the word but. Who you are right now after the word but. Everything has been bullshit until but. So you need to, and I don't know if that even makes sense, if that analogy or that sort of, I don't know if that makes sense to anybody, but yeah, so that's how I'm feeling it right now. Focus on yourself. Make sure you're focusing on the task in front of you. Don't worry too much about the little things that don't matter. Continue to drive ahead, drive forward, learn everything you possibly can. Be patient in the process. There is disappointment. Who you thought was going to change for you or come through for you, they just razzle-dazzled you. They're not actually going to. So there's that disappointment, and then you have to do another sit down with yourself. And the Knight of Cups comes through. It could be a Cancer, it could be a Scorpio, it could be a Pisces, but it doesn't really matter. It's someone who is of your age or younger, very good looking, wears their heart on their sleeve, and is very serious about this offer that they're bringing to you. This person is actually towards the end of June, and it's brand new. It's brand new. It's not someone from your past. Okay? So I hope that was helpful. If it wasn't, I understand. It doesn't resonate with everyone all the time. And with a spread like this, it's a ton of energies and a ton of story coming through. And I feel more like this was a love situation, but I think it could be domestic because there's a lot of love combination with the Pentacles. And so I do think it's a domestic partnership of some sort for a lot of you guys. And if it's not you, try to flip it, flip the roles. Because if it's like, okay, look, let's be real, Cancer. Are you lying to someone? Are you taking forever to make a decision in a relationship? Are you just not wanting to get pregnant? You know, are you trying to juggle a bunch of shit right now? Are you causing someone grief and pain? Are you suffering from addiction? So flip it over if it doesn't resonate with you. And yeah, okay, that's it. 33 minutes, right? Exactly like the Gemini. Okay, so I'm done. 33 minutes too long. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a great rest of your May and into June, and I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.